Hello my friends, I am just waiting for AJ. She's picking up and we're going to the growers. I think she just needs to pick up a couple of things, but I'm also interested in looking at a few plants today because I have a friend who wants me to help him deck out his office with a whole lot of plants. So I'm interested to go there, see, just some classics, maybe some pothos, some ZZ plants, some ficus, monsteras, bird of paradise. Some easygoing plants I know that will do well in an office space. I saw the office space, it has plenty of light, so light is not going to be the issue, but I still want, it's more the maintenance, right? It's not going to be people really looking after these plants like I do at my home. So anyway, I want to go there, check out what's on offer and how much it is so I can go back to my friend. So that's why I'm joining. And that's why I also thought it would be a good idea to take you along because, yeah, why not? I can just show you what's there. We're going to a wholesaler, so not really a place we can usually go to and shop. Like you can only go there if you're a business. So I thought it would be good to take you along. We've been there once or twice before, I think. I've been there at least twice. I don't know if I took you along both times, but we've been there before. But plants keep changing. They always grow new things. So I thought it would still be nice to take you along. And on the way up and down, I thought AJ and I could give you a bit of a live update because the last tour I did with AJ, we gotten around to all of the plant updates, but we didn't really have enough time to do a live update. So I thought, well, we're sitting in the car anyway, next to each other, we're having a chat. Why not chat to you guys and give you a bit of a live update on what's been happening in her life and what's been happening in my life. Oh, I think that's her. Oh, it's Miss AJ! AJ, everybody loved the video with you, as always.
Yeah, I miss it.
But we have good energy. I have so much fun editing.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of fun together.
It's always fun filming, it's always fun editing. And it's really nice reading all the comments. You should definitely go read the comments. A lot of people wished you happy birthday.
I have been. Yeah.
People love the video and everything, but we only gotten to see some of the plants. We saw, like your private collection, we saw a lot of the stock. People were really impressed with the stock.
Yeah.
But people actually had a few questions about your private collection as well, because it's much smaller.
It's much smaller. I still have other things too, but they weren't in the greenhouse. They're actually camping outside, believe it or not. They are some of my bigger adult anthuriums that I've had for God knows how long. And they need a bit of TLC. So maybe that's something we can show later on.
Yeah, you have like this whole little section where we need to... We need
a couple of trays.
We just need to give them a little bit of love.
Yeah, but that's what happens.
Set them up for success again.
Regardless of what kind of tiny business, I was about to say tiny house. Regardless of what size business you have and what it is, whether it's plants or crafts or whatever, I'm still running behind on my own stuff, and that means that sometimes my own personal plants take a back seat, which is unfortunate considering what I do. But they are still in good condition. I think I hold very high. What's the word I'm looking for?
Expectations.
Yeah, expectations. Even on my own personal stuff. So it might look perfectly fine to everyone else, but to me, I'm like, it needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
It needs to be perfect.
Especially if you then hang them in your greenhouse for everybody who comes to visit to see as well, because I mean,
you've got to be looking good.
It's like a hairdresser with a shitty haircut, you know what I mean? It's like, well, why would I want to get my hair cut from you if you can't even cut your own? That's sort of, but it's normal. They're also just plants, I think.
I put a lot of stuff in the ground too, which we haven't shown these guys. Yeah. Which I did in the beginning as a bit of an experiment, but they've just loved it out there so much I left them there. Like the banana, my blood mixer, is massive.
Loving it out there. Oh
Absolutely
my God, look at the rain.
Massive. Oh my God, it's raining. I knew it was coming. There was a chick on Instagram who put up a reel. She's from Canada. And she's used to temperatures like below zero, right?
I saw that.
Did you see that?
I think I saw it because you commented under it and then it was suggested to me.
She's like, what is going on? Do you know what it is? Houses in Australia are not built for colder temperatures. They are just not.
Yes.
They're not insulated.
The exact conversation that we had at the end in your greenhouse when I was like, it's bloody 20 degrees and I'm freezing. Yeah. Yes, I was wearing shorts. Not a good idea. But it was warm that
Yeah,
day
it
earlier
is
in the day,
weird.
right?
It's
Like I was
weird.
sweating in shorts and a shirt earlier.
So it feels cold in my greenhouse.
Yeah.
It actually feels quite chilly, weirdly. But it is, I just don't understand it. Like, I lived in the UK for 5 years and I was fine. I didn't complain about how
That
cold it
lady
was
came
ever.
from Canada and she complained about 19
It's
degrees.
so weird. It's so
It
weird.
honestly feels different.
It feels, I don't know what it is. It's so different. I don't get it. But yeah, it was what? I think she was talking about a day where it was like 15 or 16
Yeah.
degrees. And like I was the same. I had like thick socks on.
Yeah, I've
It was
already
so
doubled.
freaking
I'm
cold.
double socking.
You double sock.
I'm double socking some of days already. And it's like not
Double
even.
socking.
It's just the beginning of May. This winter, I've never felt more like hibernating than this
You know what
winter.
I love the most though at the moment? Oh my god, I love, even though I still hate that it gets dark so early, it's just like, it's such an excuse to get straight into bed. Like, I'm in bed at 6:30. I'm like literally in bed with my laptop doing like whatever computer work I have to do. Oh shit, I got to do my tax. Oops. But yes, I'm in my bed just doing computer work because like, why? There's nothing else I can do. It's dark. It's pitch black.
Yeah, I mean,
There's nothing I can do.
it's weird because some days it's like 6 o'clock and it feels illegal to still be outside. You're like, fuck, I should be in bed. Like, I should not be out and about. I had like dinner reservation somewhere at 7:30, somewhere with some random person. I had a dinner reservation at 7:30 the other day, and honestly, by the time the dinner reservation came around, I was like,
I'm tired. I need to go to bed.
we're going to bed now, right? I mean, separately.
No. Does anywhere else in the world have daylight savings, or is it just us idiots?
No, Germany has daylight savings.
Oh, they do?
too. Yeah. And
Sorry,
it's also pitch black all winter long, and it's,
Oh,
but
man.
what is this car doing? Sorry. I don't know. I haven't really found like a key phrase to kind of sum it up, but you know, I always say to people are like, oh, I really want to have your collection. I suppose like enjoy the journey is kind of the closest I've gotten to it. But people,
Enjoy the journey.
yeah, because people often like, oh, I can't wait for my plants to look exactly like yours. And I'm like, they were like,
No,
they could look like that, but then
Yeah.
if you get busy for 2 weeks, they could also deteriorate really quickly again. Like, don't aim for an end
That's
result.
it.
There is no end result when we're growing with plants. The plants will always be a reflection of the amount of time that you have available to put
Exactly.
into that hobby, and obviously the conditions, and that changes throughout your life, throughout the years and whatever.
It changes all the time.
And some of these plants might take 3-4 years to actually grow up, and you don't freaking know what's going to happen over the next 3 to 4 years,
Yeah.
and if you continuously can commit to it. So enjoy the journey, enjoy it right now, you know what I mean?
What's one plant that I have that you can't grow, or well, not that you can't grow, but you just haven't been able to grow?
You don't have it, yours died as well, but Veitchii I have had for 4 years now,
Mine
and it's
died
like
back.
it's like
I
a
still have it.
seedling still.
Yes,
I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I think Veitchii is top of the list of plants
It's
I
weird,
just
isn't
can't
it?
grow.
But like, for example, Branianum, you can grow it, like you've got one, but
I can't
mine,
actually grow it. Like,
yeah,
it's
mine
like
just outgrew yours. Mine's slowed down now.
mine
but
looks exactly the way it looked like 3 years ago.
Isn't
It
it
just kind of like
funny?
sometimes it dies, it comes back, it dies, it comes back. It
But
just
it just
never
shows
really.
you, it doesn't matter what you like. You can put your heart to growing any of these plants, right? It doesn't mean that they're going to grow well. We don't live that far apart. Like, we live 20 minutes apart, and we have different like living situations, which means that not all plants that we have that are the same are going to thrive.
Yeah, and and I mean, I talk about conditions and care a lot, and how conditions set the potential and care realizes that potential. But what I spoke about that as well, but I think not enough probably.
Sorry.
Where it's like, but you also need to understand who you are as a person and how much effort and time you're willing to put in. You know, are you maybe a parent? Do you have a couple of children? Do you have hobbies? Do you have a job? Do you have two jobs?
Do you work overseas sometimes?
Exactly. Do you travel a lot?
Yeah.
Do you travel a lot for fun rather than for business? You know what I mean? Like, all of these things
house?
will impact what plants I think you should grow and how how fast you can expect these plants to grow, because you might not experience that many setbacks, or you experience more setbacks, and so on, right? It even impacts what medium you should be using. If you're using a super chunky aerobic mix like me, well, you probably shouldn't be a frequent traveler. You know what I mean?
I've had so many people come to me and they're like, we copied exactly what Yarn did, but everything's just drying out. And I'm like,
it's meant for high frequent watering.
Watering, 100%. And I always say, I said, that's fine, that's great, but, and also I've had people say, not your mix in general, but using poles in general, I've done this, I put the plant on the pole, it dies. I went, yeah, but again, you're giving care tips for plants that are like fully grown, and you've also given care tips of how to start them small. But I think that some people just skip that step and like go to like how plants are when they're mature, and I'm like, no, we got to slow down.
Yeah, you got to start them. I mean, I am working on a lot of these videos where I film a plant over the course of a year. They just honestly take a year. But you've given so much information, honestly. You've given, and to the T as well. Maybe too much information. It's also information overload. I could understand if somebody is new to this hobby and is like, oh my god, there's a lot.
But just start from the beginning. I think that's a super important part. I'm actually going to I'm going to say this, and everyone's going to have to hold me to it. I'm going to be doing a video which explains people how to start from the beginning.
Yes.
Like, literally start from the beginning. And I feel I was always really afraid to do videos that were really basic, but I think people need to hear it.
Yes, I think I think so, definitely.
People need to hear it, because I think people get so excited and they buy all these plants, which you can do, but you still need to prepare yourself. And you need to really do research into where these plants came from and whether you can even care for them in the first place.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I mean, that research doesn't need to be like, searching like Epipremnum aureum and where's this native habitat and whatever.
No, it can just
your
be
research can literally be like, but your research can literally be like, okay, Susan, my neighbor, she's growing a pothos. Well, then I can also grow a pothos. You know what I mean? Your research can literally just be like, that can be it. Somebody else could have already done the research, but your research can't be, this person in Australia is growing this pothos, so I'm sitting here in Iceland, I can do that too. Like, that's probably not
saying that anyone in Iceland can't
not saying it's possible, but it's probably not the level of research you should be doing at the beginning.
I had an amazing person email me the other day, just randomly out of the blue, and they were from Iceland, and they showed me some of their plants that they're growing, and it has blown my mind. Blown my mind. I'm like, the commitment.
I've had a lady submit videos to me from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, I think.
Yeah.
And they were labeled like the coldest city in the world for that period or whatever. They had really, really, really cold temperatures. And you saw out the window, the snow was like a meter high or something like that.
There was a terrible winter.
Inside she had like all of these beautiful moss pods growing, whatever. And she's like, my house isn't minus 30 degrees. You know what I mean? My house is 20 degrees because I'm a bloody human. So it's definitely possible. You just need to put so much more effort into supplementing the conditions, which is probably not the effort you need to, probably not what you need to work on at the very beginning of your journey, right? But
I think
we all need to be more realistic.
We need to be more realistic,
with our expectations. It's like,
but if you've got the means, go for it. Oh my god, go for it.
Go for gold.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to actually not talk too much about, obviously I want to talk about plants, but I also just want to talk a little bit more about life.
God, I wonder how many times I've yawned.
Yeah. There's a reason why we didn't really do a video in almost a year.
Well, yeah, I am so blown away that it's been a year.
Yes.
I'm gobsmacked because...
Was that not the fastest year in history or something like that? What's happening? I feel like as you get older, the years go by faster. But it's because we've both had we
had a lot going on.
Busy years, right?
It's funny because I actually was scared the business was going to slow down because of everything that's going on in the world. But in fact... with the amount of opportunities and things have come up, and you were exactly the same, things have exploded, and it's been phenomenal, which is great.
So when you said the business exploded, let's be just specific.
On all facets. I'm not saying that I'm a millionaire or anything, but it's kind of just stepped up. It grew, and it's what I wanted. But anyone with a small business will know that sometimes you kind of just have to accept the fact that you may have a year without like some insane growth from the year before. And with COVID and small businesses, sorry, I'm cutting
No, you go.
With COVID and small businesses, a lot of small businesses did really, really, really well.
Yeah.
And so when you're continuing that small business on from after COVID, a lot of people would have seen a bit of a lull. And we're finally at a point with Growing Grounds where we're doing better than we did in COVID.
Yeah.
Which it means I'm doing something right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
which is great.
Just because we haven't filmed doesn't mean that we're not catching up. I know everything that happened over the year, right? And
we were seeing each other quite regularly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I feel like, but sometimes it just wasn't time.
Even just over the phone. We definitely always speak heaps over the phone, and I'm definitely not an expert in business or whatever, but I studied business management. I know a little bit about it, and definitely what you're explaining, like the life cycle of like a business. You know, of course, initially you're like, you come out there because, well, you saw an opportunity in the market, right? But then the market can shift, and the market specifically 100%. About plants, rare plants in Australia shifted so much over the last couple of years. So the fact that there's a lot of businesses that actually went out of business over the last few years,
there
right?
There was quite a few that, especially over the last year, I would say nearly 2 years, you just saw them dropping like flies because they just couldn't upkeep what they had created in COVID. And it's understandable, but where I was different, I believe, is I designed it from home. I made it from home. I was very
low overhead.
Exactly. I was very flexible.
But I mean, basically, a lot of these businesses created a business. The business model was flawed in itself because
it was too permanent.
The demand was, you know what I mean, like the demand was very short term. I mean, we didn't necessarily know whether or not it's going to be short term, but we could have kind of guessed that it's going to be short term.
That's it.
Surge due to COVID, right? So businesses are created, but they're not necessarily thinking about it long term. You might not even have a competitive advantage in the first place. You're purely living off the momentum. You're purely living off the fact that there is really high demand and not that much supply, but that means that a lot of people go into that niche because they realize that there's low supply, and then suddenly like the big box stores, the Bunnises of the world have also gone into that. Absolutely floods the market with supply. Demand is going down because, well, plants grow, you know what I mean, like these plants just grow, like they but also you did exceptionally well to not just actually keep your business afloat, but actually to
keep it climbing. That in itself means there needs to be a lot of change within the business always, constantly, and that's scary.
Yeah, but that's business. You can't. The world is moving so quickly these days. Social media is making everything everything is a trend. You constantly need to reinvent yourself. We're gonna have a coffee.
Okay, we're gonna have a coffee.
Anyway,
I went on Tinder ages ago. Went back on there. And I ended up giving up, so I then turned my profile name to Growing Grounds.
Marketing!
Put a picture of plants!
I was just giving you kudos for being so persistent and working through these times. And despite so many other businesses failing, but you actually didn't give up. You worked through it.
There were times where I myself asleep.
I know.
You've heard it.
I heard it all.
I call you and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
It's like, you'll be fine. But don't worry. I equally call you. Call you and be like, I can't fucking do this anymore. Like, I don't want to do this. Oh my God, I can't believe I need to listen to all of that.
It's a lot.
It's good to have a sounding board to just...
And every time something like that happens, it's usually a sign that there's a pivotal moment that things are going to change a lot.
Yes, either for the better or for the worse, but you at least get clarity, right?
Right.
But I think you made a good point in the sense that what probably saved your business was not having so much overhead, so you're just doing it from your home, not having a separate
which has been difficult
place. Of course, it comes with disadvantages. It comes with a lack of privacy. You can never leave your job behind, you know what I mean? Like you live at your work basically, and you work at your house, and So of course it has disadvantages, but I think it's what ultimately actually saved your business and got it through the hard times.
It. And we're getting to a point now where I'm seriously thinking about opening a store, like a physical brick and mortar store. And by doing that, obviously, then I'll be, whether it be me or someone else, will be there 24/7, and there'll be, you know, face-to-face sales 24/7 as opposed to just the realistically 2.5 days.
So I could go there on like a Sunday at 3 a.m. and be like, whoop, whoop.
Well, maybe not 3 a.m. Well,
maybe not 24/7.
No doubt, you probably have keys, so you probably be there
I could actually.
You want.
Yes.
Midnight plant shopping could be a thing.
Could be in the new like nobody goes on raves anymore.
No, plant raving.
But we're actually almost here. One more thing to maybe wrap up the conversation nicely. I also wanted to give you credit for the work you've done kind of behind the scenes on the business, right? Because sometimes you just look at the bottom line and you just look at, you know, like, am I making more profit than I did last year? Am I making higher revenue and so on? But you fundamentally like fix the administrational aspect of your business over the course of the last year, right?
Oh yeah, I've worked
which sets you up for potential, and you know, you so that you can't underestimate that. It doesn't have a direct impact on your bottom line in this financial year, but that was a huge step, and it was a huge source of anxiety and inefficiencies and so on for you as well. So
it's something that I am learning to just kind of go for it.
And I think it's something that you can't forget about. You know what I mean? That is also something you did this financial year, and you need to give yourself credit for that.
The stressful phone calls.
Exactly.
Crying.
I mean, this time last year, we would be on the phone every day, and you would just be stressing and stressing and stressing about
until I finally the
admin side of things, and like all of that. And
because it's not something I grew up learning. Like there are some people and some families that are really like transparent about, you know, what parents do as a job, and you're like, you know, they, you know, teach their kids how to do their taxes. They teach their kids how to do all this stuff, and even just life admin. I got taught nothing.
My parents were both bankers.
Zero. I had to just wing it. I was a wing it child. I had to wing everything. I had to learn everything myself.
That's what I mean. Like, you can't underestimate that. You can't just judge your business based on the bottom line. Most businesses don't make a profit in the first 5 to 7 years. No. You know, they just work on actually setting themselves up for success.
Why do you think I wore holey shirts for so long?
Oh my god, this one doesn't even have a hole.
This one doesn't have any holes, but it is looking a bit rough. I've been wearing it hard.
Yeah.
You'll love this one. I wear my clothes hard. And I know that sounds really weird, but there's some people that wear their clothes.
That's fine. If I would say that, it would sound much worse.
I know. But some people take care of their clothes and like cherish their clothes. I'm like, I will roll in mud. Let's go on this one.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, look how beautiful.
Oh, nice, bro. Oh, so nice and warm in here as well.
It's so nice. Oh, these are cute. We'll get some of these. We'll get some of them.
They are cute.
They're really cute.
I love these, yes.
Oh, and they've got Venosa again. Yeah, we'll get some Venosa. Get some of them. They're cute. Yeah.
They look like mushrooms or something like that.
I thought they looked like marshmallows. Look at how amazing they look.
The billies?
Yes.
They do look cute.
Don't they look amazing? I'm so happy they're growing them. They're going to get so big.
They have one really nice shelf in that office, and it has brilliant light, really good light. It's just glass, the whole thing, but it's south facing.
No.
But that's good, because if it's just glass and would be north facing, everything would be grilled in there. You know what I mean? So
good for
it's
summer.
basically perfect. Like, light is really, really good. They have a really cute shelf where I would love to have lots and lots of nice pothos.
Some better ones of these in the bottom.
Well, this is philodendron, right? Because I think the pothos version is nicer.
It's like a jungle. I just love it in here. Like, I love how the ferns do this, and they've all got their little.
That is really so beautiful.
Cool. Marble Queen.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, those ferns.
What is that?
So that's called a. Oh God, is it something made?
Because it's these ones look similar to the maidenhair ferns, but then
yeah, it comes out like more fluoro. Yeah, it's got a specific name, Dame maidenhair.
Wow!
I sold a couple a while ago.
So good. I love there's a great shelf in that office, and I would love to have different coloured, like trailing plants on there. You know what I mean? I don't want just freaking marble pothos or something. I want colour pops. I want texture pops.
I hate these cage is annoying.
The weather in Australia just has no
I
chill, you know what I
know.
mean? Like it's always like sunny and then absolute freaking
Chaos.
chaos.
Yeah.
There's no like drizzle. It doesn't exist. Drizzle doesn't exist, no?
No.
And it's
Not
like,
anymore.
like the problem with I have in my garden, like I have my furniture out with the cushions or whatever. It takes 3 minutes to be completely soaked, you know what I mean?
And now it's going to take weeks for it to dry.
Like look, and now it's like almost done.
yeah, so bizarre. Holy shit, that is a nice pink princess.
That is a nice pink
Oh.
princess actually.
Okay, let's go down the end.
I like this as well. They could be doing
Tomato
well
phylum.
in an office.
Definitely, yeah. Oh my god, they're so cute. They're so pink. I love a good begonia.
You do, don't you?
I'll go right, you go left. then you can go past me. Here we go. It's like a traffic jam. Okay. Well, let's go down here because it looks very cinematic.
Oh, there's all the tomato films.
They look so good.
They look really good. I love them when they're that small. Mine is so ginormous now.
They grow so fast.
Yeah, but I reckon they'll be perfect for an office.
Oh, it looks so good over here. They do really well in an office
Yes.
setup
I
too.
just don't like them. I don't know
then
why. There's
devil's
something about
ivy.
them I just don't like.
Look at the purple flowers.
Do you know what it is with the purple flower?
There should be a name. There's a little label right there. I think it's a type of Apistia, maybe.
Streptococcus. Sounds like a disease. Miss AJ.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have all too much to say. Oh, definitely I want to get some spider plant. I'm going to go
Yes.
with all the basics.
These ones are my favourite because they're the curly ones.
I don't like the curly ones. Actually, I
like
do
it?
like this curly one.
Well, if you like the straight one, they're down here.
There, what are you getting?
I am getting a pink princess. A couple. Oh, you just did a wee wee. With a nice candy cane stem. You get a good candy cane stem, you know you're getting good variegation.
So, what do you mean with candy cane stem?
Like good colour in the stem.
You see that there's like, you can see the variegation in the stem, so that's good. What, Miss AJ, what do we need from here?
We're going to get some of these.
These
rugosa.
ones, yes,
Peperomia
they're cool.
rugosa. We're going to get some of them.
These ones. I
Yes.
love this texture.
Do you
and
want to pick
the
out three?
colours.
Because I actually have one already at home. Should I get some pink Fertonia?
No, this one
It's
looks
Mother's Day,
cool.
so.
These look cool. I really like. I like
That's
how
monkey
they.
mask.
Yeah. Which is
So-
basically tissue cultured Adansonii, right? You know how in that video we were talking about that weird Adansonii or Escalodor
Oh my god,
or
I saw the
Indonesian
comments.
marble or whatever.
I saw the comments.
In the comments, there were at least 4 to 5 different names mentioned for that plant.
The
People
person
are
that commented the Indonesian form is probably right.
yes, I think so too.
Thing.
That's the problem. You ask 5 people, you get 5 different names.
Exactly, and also it's the reason why there are so many mixed up, muddled up names in the first place.
Yeah, because everybody thinks they know and they say it with a lot of confidence. And that was the only point I'm trying to make. If you don't know exactly what this plant is like, it's fine. You didn't do a bloody DNA test. Just say it for what it is. What is this?
It's called Page 13. That's its name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bizarre, but God, it looks good.
I mean, I like each leaf individually. I
I'll
do not
take-
appreciate the growth pattern, to be
well, I'll take the base leaves off
fair. Yeah.
because they're just out of control.
Yeah. But I do
top.
like...
So this one looks better. This one's like
Each
more
leaf,
control.
it also depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't look good this way,
Look at that.
but it looks good this way.
Oh, so
Interesting, very interesting. And then plant sellers use it to their advantage and sell it, and then people bought it as this plant and then
Yeah.
they obviously want to pass it on and so on. I'm not saying anybody has like negative intentions here. I'm just saying it's proving a point that plant names in themselves are so...
They're important when you're doing what I'm doing and you're selling.
Yes.
For
They're important for botanists and so on as well. I'm not saying that there is no point in having plant names. It's really important for conservation and so on.
Yes.
But what we're doing here is not conservation, or like what these people in the comment section arguing whether this is Escalodor or Indonesian form or whatever has nothing to do with conservation.
It's called Lady Moxham.
Lady what?
Lady Moxham.
Lady Yes,
That's the
so
name.
cool.
It just changes colour. Yeah, I totally get it. But for a plant that's hanging on my wall that I won't propagate and sell, that I don't need to rush to find the name.
Exactly, and you might never find the name.
No.
And by the time you find the name name might have changed
Well,
and so on.
considering I bought it from a business that does tissue culture,
Yeah.
I'm almost positive. I don't know why I keep trying to go one-handed. One-handed driving. It came from a company that does a lot of tissue culture. I'm almost positive it's a what is it, Indonesian form.
Yes, I think so too.
There's no other real explanation.
But
you
yeah.
would never 100% know. So.
But yeah, my whole point was more like it's irrelevant. I'm not saying plant names and taxonomy in itself is irrelevant, but the way that it's exercised on social media has nothing to do with conservation. That's why I appreciate about Tim sometimes, right? Because Tim just says like, I don't bloody know what this is.
But then
it's
if he does a cross, he's very diligent to either find out what it is or if it's not.
If he can, but if you
just
can't find out what it is, it's
species.
also fair to just say that you don't bloody know. You know, these are so
they're
cool.
beautiful.
I really want one for my garden,
Yeah,
but maybe the
we'll get
wrong
you
time
one.
of the year for the garden now.
Maybe greenhouse would be okay.
Yeah, I'll get one. Are you getting one? Are you getting
I'm
some?
not going to because I don't need to. I'll get them later. But do you feel want one?
Yeah, I
That's a
want
nice
this
one.
one,
Yeah,
please.
get that one.
I can't.
I think that'll look nice. Imagine if you pot it with one of your carnivorous pots like together.
Oh my god, sexy.
It would look so nice.
This looks.
It looks unreal.
Look at this. This it's sexy.
It's
the
a
sway of
beautiful
this,
plant.
girl.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
This is my first fern, I think. Oh no, I have a blue star fern, which I just chucked in the garden as well.
But they love it in the garden. They grow so good.
Yeah.
I was going to get some of them, but
Actually, I do want some plants for my bathroom, though. This one could do well in the bathroom.
look at this. This is outrageous. They need to chop them. That's ridiculous. Oh my god, it's so funny. They're so tall.
Can I tell you another pet peeve? I'm just ranting in this vlog, am I not? Okay, another
rant.
pet peeve of mine is when people say like, oh my god, my pothos is so long, it crawls from like my living room
Oh my
into the
God.
kitchen. I'm like,
Okay. I get it. I get that people like that aesthetic and that vibe.
no, I don't get that part. But
No,
aesthetics
but I
is
do.
personal preference.
Better than a fake plant. But also, like, man, those pothoses that are like going from one room to another are hanging on within an inch of their lives. It's so unfair.
I just
To have
don't
a vine-
understand.
There's a reel that's floating around on Instagram, and she's like, "I'm taking my pothos with me," and she's doing it on a football field, and she she takes these strands out, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Whoa!" Can't
Did you
even
see the
think
one of
anything worse.
the Dieffenbachia? That's just this huge,
and it
thick
goes
trunk.
up a
And it looks
stairwell.
like the beanstalk. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I thought that was quite funny, but it's not
it is funny, but imagine this woman has looked at this Dieffenbachia like that. This has been going on for many, many years.
Years.
And she has never had the thought of like maybe doing something about
That poor
If she would have
Dieffenbachia.
just taken the scissors to that plant, she could have had like 80 Dieffenbachias by now.
But Nyan, not everyone's like us. So
I'm just saying, it's like, I feel like, why don't you just chop it? Like, at some stage, you just need to chop the
whoever
bitch.
that lady is, don't
Chop!
Don't
Your
ever,
Dieffenbachia!
don't ever let Jan come to your house because he'll come prepared.
I'll come with a chainsaw at this stage. No, I mean, each to their own. You can all grow plants. Like, everybody can grow their plants however they want, right?
Look, kangaroo.
It's just
fern.
so odd to me.
Kangaroo fern. This one looks nice. You should put this in your garden. I think it's even nicer than star fern. But yeah,
Yeah, this one
they
is cool.
resemble little kangaroo paws. But look, at the I love it. I think I want this one.
Okay, take it.
I'm going to take this one. And then this one's called hen and chicken. This one's called hen and chicken because it grows its babies on its back. I think we've spoke about this before. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? Look at them. Look at them there. All the little bubbas. So cute.
That is kind of cute, but it reminds me of like the carrot tops. So
Oh, look,
like,
that one's really good. Oh my gosh.
oh yes, okay.
That looks amazing.
Now it looks super cute. Okay.
Yeah, that's
that I
freaking
can
cool.
get behind. I love this.
I know, the pepperoni is so good. They just take all their props from there, you know?
That is just so cool. Oh, I love these. They have heaps of these in the botanic gardens. What is it? Philodendron.
Clastronovium.
Seems to be big on the.
It's like a paddle.
This, you know how we bought this one here together,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
have it in my greenhouse, and it's exploded. It's
Yeah.
huge. I love this plant so much.
Maybe, oh, well, I was going to say if it's too big, maybe see if you can sell it to him, then I can get you a small one again.
No, it's not too
again.
big.
Different backyard. Yeah, some beautiful big, these ones here.
Oh
so
yeah,
nice.
this one. I can't get over how beautiful and dark this foliage is.
Yeah,
That's
they do really well as well.
Bill Morris, yes, we've seen them before. Which one did you say these ones are? The colors are just insane.
I think it's just Prince of Orange.
You reckon? I've
Yeah.
never seen a Prince of Orange this big.
Oh, they get big here. They get really big here.
Fuck, look at how red this leaf is.
Yeah, well there's...
That would look
Prince-
so good in my garden.
Yes.
That's a nice looking begonia right there.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the size of it.
Wow.
You could do a shimmy shake
Oh
with that
my
one.
god, look at the stems. Do you know
Yeah.
what it is?
It's called a Incana Metallica, I think. Incana Metallica, possibly?
That is pretty.
Yeah, they get really big.
Oh, it's these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
impressive.
Incarnata. Metallica.
Incarnata, I was close.
Miss AJ.
Yeah. And then
Almost
these
like you
ones-
do this as a for a
I
living,
know,
no?
like what on earth? This is Sizemore. This one's really nice. It's another hybrid. And then this, I remember I bought this.
Go go.
Yeah, I brought this to the growers like years ago. It was 2 tiny little leaves, cost me over $300, and they've turned into hundreds and hundreds of plants.
They're all from that initial propagation, you reckon?
Yeah, no,
Freaking
they
hell.
are.
Hectic.
I brought it to them. Yeah, but they've
That's
grown
the
some.
Gagaena,
Gorgoensi.
Gorgensi, stuff like
That
that.
one's really nice. Look at that.
Yeah, I just always think of somebody saying it's the love child
Look at
of
the
a
emerg-
verrucosum and a veitchii
Yeah, pretty
needing
much.
a begonia.
Yeah, look at the emergence. So red. So pretty.
Oh, I love these Ripsalis as well. When the Ripsalis has like a lot of new growth, it looks so good.
Yeah, it
with
looks fluoro. That one
yeah.
down there looks really good.
Yes, this one here. It looks almost like firework on the way down. You know when the firework just finished and it's like on the way down and it starts fizzling?
Yeah, that's pretty. And they've got the silver lady ferns. I don't know if you...
Nah. So I didn't see any, they don't have like Big Bird of Paradise or something. That's maybe the other place, right?
That's where we're going to next. I think we're
Okay.
going to wrap up here.
Okay, let's do it.
Now.
So we're back, we're heading to the next one. You were obviously busy, but I have to admit as well, I cancelled on you many times.
Yeah, but you had things going on too.
Because I had a lot of things going on.
Okay, but there's also, I think, what people, especially on business side of the chat, sometimes in a small business, you're not always going to be on point. You're not going to feel good. You've got things going on. Like you moved twice.
Yes.
You moved twice.
Last year I moved
Which
twice.
is wild, and I feel like that really
And even just
took a toll on
it's not
you.
just the moving, it's the setting up afterwards and like getting settled and literally like even like furniture. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not just the plants. It's not just about moving the plants. It's about this time last year I didn't even have a greenhouse. I set up the greenhouse, learned about the greenhouse, filmed
wild.
about the greenhouse, filled the greenhouse with plants.
Because you
took
were
care of
also
them, moved
trying
the
to run your
greenhouse,
business
you know.
and film and do all these things at the same time, and that took up a lot of your time.
Emails, even just answering emails, getting business leads, getting people to collaborate with. Editing is by far the biggest time
It's a lot.
consumer.
It's
you
a
know?
lot.
But my revenue for each, I can only make this. I was only able to do this full time now because I pump out
Yes.
volume.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
like each video in itself, and I don't think it's because of the quality of the video, because well, you don't even know the quality of the video until you clicked on it. I think it's just purely demand based. Like I don't think, you know, I couldn't turn this into a living if I would upload half the amount of videos.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
You
So
have-
I rely on actually
have
being
worked-
able to pump out 2
Yeah.
videos a week.
You have
Otherwise,
worked so hard.
I can't pay my bills if I don't pump out 2 videos a week.
Anyway,
But yeah, with me, it's honestly volume. Like I need to create that amount of volume, and each video in itself is not making enough revenue to actually say it's worth hiring somebody to edit that video for me. You know what I mean? So
which I
because
think you should definitely get someone to help you soon.
Yeah, but I don't. It's literally financially not viable for me to have somebody to help me.
Tax?
What money am I going to pay them with?
tax.
Yeah, but it's still money that I need to spend.
Yeah, you still
you know what I
need to
mean? Like,
spend
you're still only saving 40% approximately.
Steer in the wild.
Noise.
I know what you mean. It's you like.
I need to suck it up and keep doing my own editing. That's fine because
you're really good at it.
I'm getting better at it.
In fact, I think I'm going to pay you to come and edit my videos.
Absolutely, I hate that. Sorry, like
maybe I'll.
It's my least favorite part.
Maybe I'll pay you to help me do a course. You can.
Yeah, I can
put
do
me through
a course
an editing
but you don't need
course.
to pay me for that. I'll just do it.
Okay, you heard that here, right here first.
Yes. Oh my god, rough it up for megasperma.
Yeah, they've still got megasperma.
You're telling me this is $10?
What's that? Yeah.
$10?
Yeah, probably.
I'm taking one for Timmy's garden. Oh, look at these. In bloom. AJ's picking out some stock. I want to find some larger plants. And these look so good as well. Definitely some of those. Yes, this is what I want. I think they'll just make such good office plants. Love this one as well. So cool. Love this one actually. And look at these, all sun-stressed. Beautiful. Honestly, their Calithia game is insane. But they just don't make great house plans. Definitely don't make great office plans. But that is just stunning. I think this is good. I think the first nursery we went to had really good small stuff.
Yes.
They have some really nice, like especially the ficus over there. I want to have all of them.
Wow, they did a big restock since I was here last week.
I've never actually realized that there was like so many different crotons. To me, they're always just the same. Wow, let's go there. This looks stunning.
The staghorns.
Oh, look at that. That looks so cool. And
It's so nice.
They can pack it.
Yeah, they've just had stock. We'll have a look in their stock area too, but yeah, they look so good. How good does this little area look?
I know. Kind of suits the like rainy vibe as well.
You know, my back patio on that brick wall, they would be so happy there. That one, that top's just gorge.
This one's
Right,
cool.
I'm just going to leave this here. Oh no, my camera fell over.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Behind the scenes of a social media marketing manager. Do you have any like really cool tricks to go viral?
Like this. We did it.
We finished, got all the shopping done, we took the content that we needed.
Yeah.
So what
Yes.
else is happening? Live update? What,
Live
like,
update.
Not update or like business or like general update? What else happened
Well,
in that year?
What else happened? I did.
I feel like almost too much happened. I
did
can't
Women's
think of anything.
Day. Did my second
Yes.
Collectors Plant Fair.
Yes.
We possibly have another one coming up in spring. Can't say anything more, but we'll see. What else? Obviously, Garden Hustle came out.
Garden, yeah, we were both
and
on
you did
Garden
Garden
Hustle.
Hustle as
Yeah, that feels like so long ago
It
already.
does.
Yeah,
But we both had a couple of minute segments on that.
yeah, which is really
else?
cool.
What else?
What else happened
Other
in the-
things? I mean, life.
I mean, life happened.
life
I
happened.
quit my job.
Yes, you quit your job,
I
which
quit
is
my job, which is huge.
wild because I still think back to two and a half, maybe max 3 years ago when you didn't even want to do YouTube.
Yeah, of
I
course,
just think
I mean,
it's wild.
But I think it was a good approach, like going into it. Like, not like I'm gonna do YouTube so I can quit my job. You know what I mean? That was never the idea.
No,
like
never.
it was.
You were
just
only
kind
doing
of
YouTube
happened.
because you were sick of answering the same question
Exactly.
over and
I was
over
like,
again.
I can only tell them so many times, and that's a huge problem with Instagram, for example. All my knowledge is out there on Instagram, but it's so hard to find it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because
like
of
it's
the algorithm.
really, and it's no, but it's also just like you can't really search for things that well. Like, you know what I mean? You're not searching for like how to put a moss pole together, and then you see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You search for hashtag moss pole, and then you just get crap.
Actually, now that you think about it, they try and do everything kind of around a single search bar. Like they try and do active words, or I don't know what the terminology is, and tags and this and that. But like, you could just have a search bar. Could you not just have a search bar, like a proper search bar?
Well, there is one on Explore, but it's not really...
it gives you a mix of weird things.
The thing is, your Instagram video doesn't have a title, for example. That's already a huge disadvantage when it comes to search functionality. Whereas on YouTube, you give it a title. So you call it Moss Pole Tutorial.
Did you hear about what's happening? So if you have an account with Meta, like a verification like I do, I only got it for the business purposes, you know, only the business, not me.
You mean the tick?
Yes.
Ugh, the tick pisses me off.
Well, here's the thing. The tick is now going to have more purposes. With the tick now, with the higher tiers that you pay for, like let's say, you know, there's, I don't know, $50, $60, $70, $80.
So you lost me at higher tiers that you pay for.
Well, they're going to have paid higher tiers now, but with the paid higher tiers, in the Reels, you'll now be allowed to have a link to other websites.
That's
which
cool.
Is cool, especially if you're doing YouTube and you've got a website.
Yeah.
So I think they're really trying to make it a platform where...
No, they're really trying to make money, full stop.
Well,
like, of course, that is like the only... I really, really dislike Instagram, I have to say.
I really, really dislike buses. Oh my God.
And I hate that Instagram is my biggest platform when it comes to following. I have YouTube and TikTok combined.
But you've done well though, because there are some big YouTubers out there that have a very terrible Instagram following.
Yeah, but I was the other way around. I was technically an Instagram. And
so now you have good following on all platforms, where I think there's a lot of people that like
TikTok and YouTube combined is what Instagram is. You know what I mean? So
pretty
it's still...
much.
Yeah, but no, it is for my audience, for my following. It's advice that I've always given you, and I never follow myself. It's like you can't make your business relying on just social media.
Yes.
So I need to really work on my. I need to work on my website. Yeah. Anyway, my little rant about social media is I hope over. I don't know yet.
It is frustrating. It's
frustrating,
and because as soon as you start doing good, then they freaking change something. It's so ridiculous.
I really like YouTube. I think YouTube, I'm so glad that I discovered YouTube.
I thought you were going to say, I really like you. And I'm like, I really like you too.
I like you too. But no, I really like YouTube.
Let's get married, because then it'll just save me so much hassle. Go on then, put it on there.
If it wasn't for YouTube, I don't think I would be doing this plant thing anymore.
But I also think you did it at just the right time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just like how we talked about how with, you know, my business and things changing and whatnot, you've done everything exactly at the right time. And although I tell you, get someone out of your videos, do this, do that, you've been like, no, I've got to do this myself. And you have, and it's exactly like how I do shit myself. I have to kind of stay up to stupid o'clock in the evening and just get things done that I would wish other people would do, but you know.
But if the thing is, realistically, if we would get other people to do this work for us, we might
not work.
Yeah, we might actually be bankrupt really quickly.
Or may have just already stopped.
Yeah,
like other people do. So
yeah, exactly.
I think we've both done good, eh?
I get the idea that eventually
I'm so proud of us.
Yeah, me too.
We're doing so good.
And I understand the concept of outsourcing, and I don't have a problem with that at all. And I think there's a point in time where you have to, so you can actually further your business.
I also think you're very good at doing what you do, and I think you also like to know how to do everything well.
Yes.
Before you give it to someone else.
For sure. And then and I started my second YouTube channel as well, which
I saw that. I need to. Yeah,
slow
but that's not.
Start.
It's not your. It's not your main.
Yes, the thing is, at this stage, also, it's not monetized. So I obviously want to put effort into producing videos to get monetized on here, but I also need to make money. You know what I mean? Like effort doesn't pay the bills at the end of the day. So I definitely
Totally.
haven't put as much effort into the second channel as I would want to. Once I hit the monetization threshold, I'll probably be willing to put a little bit more effort in it. But at the end of the day, on a weekly basis, I just need to make sure I, make more money than I spend.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you've got a main channel to take
and it
care
would be
of.
stupid. Like, I mean, my main channel is going well, and I still want to grow that as well. Why would I put all my effort into the other one? I just want to have a backup, let's say. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure that I'm somewhat diversifying, and I think that's really what this next financial year is going to be all about. I just want to diversify my income stream a little bit.
The time that we didn't get a chance to film together, neither of us knew we were going to be anywhere near that kind of busy and do all those little things that we did, which is so good. I mean, I say little, they weren't little, but all of them added up to like our businesses flourishing in all sorts of different kinds of way. But I guess that's the joy of just doing your own thing, right?
I think we both need to, and I said that in another video, so apologies if this is a double up, but you guys know me, I talk about the same shit over and over again because I feel really strongly about, well, I feel, full stop actually, I just feel.
You just feel strongly.
I am really bad at celebrating achievements.
Same. I
like
kind of
really bad.
And accepting compliments on them as well. Like,
yes. I mean, I'm terrible at it, and it's nice, to have people like Tim, for example, who holds me accountable to actually celebrate some of my achievements as well. So we need to get better at that. We need to celebrate each other. And
we do.
So.
I celebrate you all the time. I talk about you all the time to everyone.
Oh, you're so sweet.
My yanny banani.
Well, I gave you lots of compliments today. And how
You did.
Yeah, we need to do that because
we need to do it.
Yes,
because we do. We
both
are. It's weird. Like we're polar opposites in some ways, but then we're very similar in others.
I think we're going through very similar things, but we're very different personalities.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see how we're tackling similar issues so differently. But it's good, it makes it, and it enriches my life. No, okay, we need to stop. Otherwise, we might actually get married if we don't. Anyway, we're almost home, so we better wrap it up. This was chaos, which I think you must be used to from us by now. I mean, surely nobody clicked on this video expecting an essay. Yeah. Like a very structured, nice report on five reasons why you should live.
Left up here?
Yes.
So, I mean, you probably... I go off tangents all the time. It's going to be funny. You put that in the last video too. You're like, I just got distracted. Yeah. It was so funny.
Let's wrap it up, huh?
Let's wrap
Thanks
it
for
up.
joining.
Love you guys.
Take care. No, emoji. Rank light emoji. Rank light emoji.
What's at the end of your rainbow? Put the emoji below. What's at the end of your rainbow?
Money. Because money can buy you plants. Whatever's at the end of your rainbow, leave an emoji down below. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.